slightly longer than I expected, but we are back and here to do one more Ravnica full block draft.
That's right, a second draft of the night.
Yes. Wait a minute.
Actually, no, we've been doing really well. I wasn't exactly along, but I was listening to the entirety of that last one.
Yes.
And I think that things went really well and that we made a lot of good decisions.
Mm-hmm.
And there was we even had a chance at victory at the very end.
Yeah, there was the I was waiting for that mountain to just show up.
God, that would have been great. Be like, Blood Rush! Ah! I'm too dangerous! I'm crushing you!
I love Armed and Dangerous so much.
It's so crazy!
It is the most...
People don't even recognize, wait, that costs 2? Oh, God.
Oh,
It's
shit.
Yes. He's
What?
armed for 2.
Okay, let's give it just a moment here. I'm gonna wait until the next one to jump on in, just so people can kind of mosey back on in. Alright, option 2 and join. Yeah.
Option 2. Do. I mean, yeah. I mean, this has been a reasonable night. What do we want to do now, though? I mean,
Yeah. Well, we've done Gruul. We've done our Gruul of the night. We've done. we did the opposite of Gruul, the draft previous to it, with everything but Gruul.
That's true. So, kind of. Hey, can we finally be
Get
the
a
deck
bomb.
that uses Drown in Filth as a removal?
Ooh. I'd like to see if it could happen. We'll see where.
Okay, maybe not. Jeez.
Look, Drowned. How about we follow your plan from the previous draft, where we just open an extremely powerful bomb.
Lifelink, protection from white and black, other things.
I mean, okay, extremely powerful is a bit strong here, but
It's
protection
kind of
from
hard to deal with. There's a lot of removal that won't get him.
Right, your burn has to be very, very big to kill him. You would pretty much have to be playing Gruul to actually be able to fight the card effectively. The text below, protection from white and black, is blank. Do not.
Yeah, that's never
read that.
happening.
That's
so
not real.
You're paying 5 for a 4/4 with lifelink and pro white, pro black.
Compared to, I'm also taking a look at other cards in the pack. It strips them.
Yeah,
Quality.
there's nothing as a compelling alternative to this guy. Let's take the Blood Baron.
Yeah. Maybe he'll lead into us getting an actual insane bomb. You know?
Yeah, okay. I don't know how that'll... Oh, hey! How about War Leader's Helix?
How about War Leader's Helix? Is that a... That's a thing we can use.
That's a pretty good card.
This puts us in one of my favorite color combinations to play, which is the red, black, white combo. Yeah, the Borzov. Yeah, again, not really a ton of compelling alternatives.
Well, there's Carnage Gladiator, but...
Yeah!
I mean...
We did see that guy crush us in the first draft.
I mean, what we weren't seeing were all the times where he's bad.
Right.
Because he was good against us that one time.
you
War
ever
Leader's Helix is never, ever going to be bad. Oh, okay, well, it's bad when we can't cast it. But
all
come on,
spells
that-
are bad if you can't cast them.
That's any card.
Almost all spells are bad if you can't cast them. Some spells are bad if you can't cast them. I'm going to keep backpedaling on my statement.
we'll keep sliding. We'll slide.
No spells are bad. Oh, hey.
Whoa, okay. So... Crisis Incubation is kind of late here.
That puts us straight in the 5-color pile.
Yeah, I don't think we really want that. Then again, I don't want to move in on Rakdos Cluestone either.
Right, Warp Physique.
I mean, it's... I mean, I recognize the power of the spell.
Yeah.
But how about Maze Abomination? It's a fine creature. it's you know, big and problematic, the kind of thing that can win at the end of the day after we've
Yeah, let's go ahead and roll with that. I really like
that way we'll also put our friends on the right there
into
into
Demir.
Demir. And
Yeah.
then they'll and
Also,
Simic.
and Simic,
Yeah.
which are two completely not in our color things. There's a breeding pool.
Yeah,
Here.
they can have that breeding pool while we get Obzidot's aid.
I think we actually do take Obzidot's aid here.
Yeah, now we have some compelling things to get back. We can kind of plan for it a little, maybe.
Right. Also, I mean, looking at the alternative choices, I don't really feel compelled by many of them. Like,
Yeah, we don't want to
Ubulsar-
blaze Commando exactly.
Ubulsar Gatekeepers is a really cool guy.
I don't like any gatekeepers.
If there was,
I consider them like an
Killer field
alternative. It's like, oh crap, I can't pick anything from this. All right, I'll take a Pillar Field Ox because he has power and can attack your opponent.
yeah. Also,
No creature that can do that is ever really a 0.
Hey, we can pick up an on-color fair creature.
A Spike Jester.
I mean, taking a look at the other options.
I don't think we want a
Well-
second Maze Abomination right now.
No.
Neither of the split cards is all that.
No, like protect and serve. Well, again, is both out of color and not very good. Down and dirty is both out of color and not terribly good.
No, down and dirty. No, those are non-options. Like Weapon Surge is the alternative to Spike Jester here.
And I think I'd just rather have the guy.
It's a little early to move on Weapon Surge.
But it's shiny, Kaz.
No, it's not. I mean, yes, it's shiny. But...
Whoa.
Oh, how about Armed and Dangerous?
Do we want to get armed and dangerous? Do I want to play armed as just armed? Probably.
Probably. Honestly. Okay,
Honestly.
what's it actually competing with? It's competing with Hired Torture. Ooh.
Ooh, God.
Oh, that's close to my heart. Although I think we can just play Armed. I think it's powerful enough.
I think we can get away with it. Also, like, if we have, like, off-colored gate or something weird. I mean, let's go ahead and arm up the Blood Baron.
Yeah, he doesn't have protection from red, so
Yeah.
why not? Sure.
Okay. Fatal Fumes is a removal spell.
I know that you really want it to be disfigure,
Yes.
and it isn't.
I know.
But it does kill things.
Yes.
It can kill a creature. That's perfectly fine.
We also have a Rakdos Drake competing with it.
Uh-huh.
I like Cloud Elemental.
I don't like Rakdos Drake. I like Fatal Fumes a lot more than Rakdos Drake. I think there's no games that we lose worse than the games where we have no removal spell for like a Keymaster Rogue
Forever.
or some
Yeah,
nonsense.
that's fair.
How about Riot Pike?
Riot Piking. Oh my god. It's like either that or like Maze Sentinel. I've moved away from liking Steeple Rock.
I would allow you to take Steeple Rock. I would not be happy with it. When it comes down to like Riot Piker and Steeple Rock, the case is much more compelling.
Right.
But
Let's grab the Riot Piker. Maybe that's what we'll do. We have the armed. Like this could just end up being a deck with like Blood Baron at the top.
yeah, that would be all right. Okay.
Weapon Surge and a Gate Man. That's about it.
I guess it's Weapon Surge.
Yeah.
Do we like steal someone else's gatekeepers?
No. Weapon Surge is fine.
It's a trick. It can do things.
Hey, let's get on the Riot Piker.
Riot
train.
Piker number 2. That
right.
starts to sound like a legit plan at that point.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Oh no!
Oh god, we're in the wrong colors.
We have made a terrible mistake.
Kaz, nobody took the
what
bait.
happened?
Kaz, nobody took the bait at all.
Uh,
Uh, do
do we
I?
take the clue stone?
I'm gonna take the clue stone. Oh no!
No one is playing Simic. And then
Crap!
there's this crisis incubation that just goes completely unpicked.
Crap!
Oh, I feel terrible.
Okay. Well, that.
That was a surprise.
Okay. Well, everything will be all right.
God. No, there's no world in which it was correct to take that other bouncing Simic man over Blood Baron of
Blood Baron.
Viscopa.
Yeah.
What is that thing even called? The
Species Gorger.
what's it called? Oh, Species Gorger.
Yeah. That is the 6/6.
No, I refuse.
Oh no!
I will go to sleep and awaken in that hell world that you described. Okay, what's actually happening?
Somebody's gonna get happy with stolen identity. It's not us. Grizzly Spectacle is in the pack. That's probably
Heyo,
us.
let's nugget.
That's better than
Ooh.
we have other.
Honestly, maybe we want Devour Flesh just because it's easier to cast.
That's fair. God, I feel like Grizzly Spectacle's so much more powerful though. It's
I
worth
mean,
the
it
double
is in the
black.
abstract. I was just like
I
tonight
know.
we've seen games where you're like sitting there waiting to cast it because you're in this 3-color deck.
Maybe we end up actually drafting some goddamn gates or something.
Okay. No, we had the clue
man,
stone. All right, we have one piece of fixing that helps us cast Grizzly Spectacle.
I'm in a
so let's
world
take
where
it.
we can never.
That's all I needed. That's all the convincing that it took.
All right, we are. Hey, we got a guild mage.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yep. Okay. I
Cool.
mean, okay. To be fair, Syndicate Enforcer is fine. Smog Elemental is playable. Smite's playable. Skinbrand Goblin is reasonable.
And Warmind Infantry is
So,
playable. We have a lot of cards that we could.
There's other pickable stuff, but nothing really comes close to the guild page here.
We could definitely see one of these, like Warmind Infantry, Goblin, something like that, come back around. That'd be nice. So. Sky.
Hey, there's Pit Fight too.
Ooh, Pit Fight's good too. We don't have anything that can fight.
Oh, whatever. We'll get things. Look, the Blood Baron.
Okay, the Blood Baron can
has
fight for
protection
real.
from a bunch of stuff, so he won't take damage when he fights.
The Blood Baron can fight for real. That's true.
He's quite good. I mean, yeah, the Sky Knight Legionnaire is also a good.
Okay, how about this?
pick.
How
I
are
think
we
it's
doing
between
on
those two.
like kill spells? We just have these like pile of 4-mana kill spells up top. That's really what we have going on.
I'd rather be the has a bunch of kill spells deck than the has no kill spells deck. Especially because of like unblockable things that start to wear things that give them protection from creatures, which I guess makes Pit Fight bad.
I'm gonna go with.
Okay, we got the Legionnaire.
Yeah, we got the Legionnaire. We can. This one we have a couple like different choices because we have Kingpin's Pet, which is like another good flyer. Gift of Orzhova, which is something we can throw on like a Riot Piker, and then all of a sudden he's like really good. Ember Beast, Basilica Guards are also playable cards.
I think it's still Kingpin's Pet.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he flies, he extorts. It's basically everything you want out of a creature.
Let's do it. So moving along. Ooh, interesting choices. Cartel Aristocrat is a bear. Shanktail.
Shanktail is a goddamn
Yeah.
surprise.
Shank. And then we have Daring Skyjack in the realm of this is a playable creature. And actually, it's slightly better than this is playable. It's actually pretty good.
And also Nav Squad Commandos, and it's possible that we make use of Shadow Slice too.
I don't think this early, but that is definitely
certainly
something that
not.
could... So, I want
How about that aristocrat? Really?
Protection bear. That's pretty much what it looks like there. It's either that or the shanktail.
I see free sack outlet when I read that thing.
Let's move with that. I like that one. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no! No one is in Civic.
Somebody who is in Civic is going to have a good day.
Like the one Civic drafter who just can't take enough cards. They'll be like, "Oh my god!" Bomber Core is the reason that we let someone else have the Skymark rock.
Yep.
That Cyclops. How good is he?
When it attacks +3, when it blocks +3 on the relevant
Oh,
stat.
oh, I see. Yeah, he's something you want to like end up with, not something you want to seek out. Really.
Right. I'm actually cool with the Bomber Core.
Yeah, Bomber Core is just fine. We have enough like early guys. He'll support the Riot Pikers. He'll make Riot Pikers good.
Yeah.
Man.
Okay, we have a couple again, still options. Assault Griffin, as far as like a flyer goes, we don't have.
We don't have any
that.
creatures at 4.
Yeah, we have nothing
so
for creatures
that's
at 4.
perfectly fine.
And then Confessor and Skinbrand Goblin
wow.
as the other 2 cards. Confessor is like the most expensive 1/3 that's ever been cast.
Yeah, he embarrasses Riot Piker pretty badly.
Yeah. Skinbrand Goblin makes Riot Piker look great.
Yeah, he does.
But I think the Assault Griffin's where we want.
That sounds good.
Oh god, we need mana fixing. We need to find it. Okay. Well. Yep.
Yeah, no, there's... We could take a worse Assault Griffin.
Yep. I think
or this is where we move it on Razor Tip Whip. Yeah.
No way. I think we can move on like
someday I will convince Slyo to play with Razor Tip Whip on camera, and it'll be hey Syndic Enforcer too. Wow. What the hell?
I think I want the flyer before I want the extort guy, but it's close.
It's true. Okay, so the next pack is also going to have a smog elemental, and you have to pick it.
That's probably true. It has googly eyes, or it should have googly eyes.
Yeah.
Alright, Assault Griffin number 2. Oh, it's not here!
Wait! So someone didn't go in on the smog elemental and then was like, fine, fuck it, I'll take it. Anyway, Skinbrand Goblin is a perfectly reasonable guy. Larry came back, so we're happy about that.
Yeah, Larry, we have Armored Transports there too, but I'm never excited to play this card.
Yeah, I would much rather have Larry. I don't care if he has half the power. I don't care if you have to pay mana to regenerate him.
He has all the power in our hearts.
You know, 10th Street Market is actually not a blank. I'm happy about that.
Nav Squad Commando is also an alright card.
Yeah, sometimes you play Thraben Purebloods.
Yep.
Whereas Structural Collapse is a blank.
No, I have already hidden Structural Collapse. It is no longer a card that we even need to look at. Okay, I would really like to see mana fixing, if any.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna have a shot at Rakdos mana fixing. So,
all right.
I guess we can try to be centrally white, even though it looks like we're centrally red now.
Yeah.
Oh man, that bomb is not what we want.
No, this is also not really.
Okay, so do you want Gorehouse Chainwalker so badly that you're going to pass up Transguild Promenade for it?
That's a really goddamn good question.
Because you were just asking for fixing,
I know.
and we have a bunch of 2-1s already.
Can I, like, replace any of my 2-1s? Can I, like, mulligan 3 of my 2-1s for this Gorehouse Chainwalker? We need the fixing. We need the fixing.
We need it too badly.
We need it too badly.
You need to make a sane pick, and here we are. So now you have another piece of pretty good fixing.
Let's continue to take Trans Guild Promenades as our first picks, and look at that Vitu-Ghazi Guild Mage.
Ugh. That's gonna be backbreaking sooner or later.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe we'll get like Minotaur Aggressor back, and we can be like basically the last decade that you just did.
Yeah. Well, now that we're done with the Trans Guild Promenade picking, we have a couple interesting removal spells to pick between. Like Martial Law and Assassin's Strike. Martial Law being a much more...
I think it's just the better one. It's cheaper.
Yeah.
Keeps working. Lets you like trade up to the next more problematic creature they do. Assassin's Strike, yes, is a built-in 2-for-1.
I think that, yeah. Also 6.
Yeah.
Let's go with the Law.
Let's go with that. Let's lay down the law.
We are the Law.
We're the law party.
The Law. Ragnos Kirun is a fixer?
He is. However,
We have
Dead Reveler is a
Ooh.
beating.
Dead Reveler is a lot better, and I think... yeah, that's about it. Can we table...
We need
the
another
Swift Justice?
creature at 3, I think.
Can we table Swift Justice? Can we cross our fingers and pray hard enough?
God, that would be awesome. We might, actually. Well, no, that pack has a search warrant. We probably won't.
Yeah.
Rakdos, worst Rakdos man ever.
This guy's so disappointing.
Yeah, ringleader.
Well,
God.
we got our pick of 2/1s and Avenging Arrow.
There's also Tenement Crasher.
Oh,
He's pretty good. He's like the end of the day, and then I clear you out. He's like a little carnival hellsteed.
He is a top end dude.
Which I mean, we might need one more of,
Fair.
but no more than that.
It's between that and the Sewer Shambler.
Yeah.
I think we'll see him come around. I think we'll have another shot at that choice.
Okay.
And given the I was like, oh, Rakdos Guild Gate. Oh,
Or the mage. Well, Rick's Matey Guild Mage is perhaps the worst of all guild mages.
that is a
I said
very.
I said he's still pretty good.
I was gonna say. I think
Like-
it's still good enough to pick it over the gate. That said, that feels really... Like, casting spells is cool. Cool people cast spells.
God, this is hard.
Let's go big. We'll go ahead and grab ourselves the guild.
Oh, look what we had a second shot at.
Oh no!
Another sewer shambler.
Ah, that's fencing.
We're at-
slick for us.
Can we actually suit up the fencing ace in any meaningful way?
Looks like
Oh, hey,
Skinbrand
Skinbrand Goblin. That's
I mean, we can
Better.
armed him, but not a ton.
actually, no, the guild mage too.
Okay. I think that's fine then, because
And we do have a sewer shambler already. Okay, sure.
so he's an
on board.
upgraded piker, sure.
He's a 2/1, sure, yeah. With possible gigantic upside. Wow, Ogre Jailbreaker, huh? Did we actually end up with any gates
Nope.
at all?
Nope.
That's embarrassing.
However, nothing
Can
else.
we play Deviant Glee instead?
Yes, actually. Riot
Like now
pikers.
Now that we have like double Riot Piker and Fencing Ace.
Sure. We'll do it.
So someone else will be really happy with that. I will be happy with none of this.
You will begrudgingly accept the Pegasus.
I do begrudgingly accept the Concordia Pegasus, especially over Phantom General.
Yeah.
God, I expect Phantom General to fly, and
Here it is around.
he doesn't. There's Minotaur Aggressor. All right,
Yeah. That'll give us our final top end card.
he came back. Well,
Hi. I'm gonna take a Skull Rend.
I'm surprised you didn't take the 2/6.
The slug!
The slug.
Well, like, there's no chance of that seeing play, especially with us having a nav squad commando.
Yeah, okay, fair. We're I guess pretty deep for 5s. Man, no one wanted Horncaller's chant, huh? So
Yep.
no one is in Simic or Selesnya. That means they picked all of our cards. That's scary. Grizzly Salvage.
Give you a
Yeah, that would have made all those drowned filths worth it. I'll show them all! I'll be able to pick the deck that has all of the drowned filth. And then a Dead Bridge chant or something.
And a no. Then they will all drown in filth.
Hey, they will all drown in lands.
Someday. You know what else goes well with drown in filth? Casting pilfered plans on yourself. Ah, yeah, somebody just said it in chat. Yeah.
That's probably the way to go. Like just...
So you at least know what the expected value of it is.
Or even, actually, various looters make it extremely good. You'd be like, oh, surprise! It's exactly what I needed. Ha ha ha. Yeah. So we've been on a heist. We have been on a beatdown.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, maybe a beatdown is where we're going now, because the first, man, what even were we doing in the first?
What were we doing? We were playing removal spells like crazy.
Or we got to win with our first pick. You know,
yeah.
Got to send the Ascended Law Mage in there and
okay,
lay down the law.
We also can lay down the law here.
So we laid down the law. Then we went on a heist.
Then we're gonna
now we're doing both.
All right. So what do we? This is the set like of cards that. Okay.
We've been cops. We've been robbers. Now it's time to be crooked cops.
We are on the take. Okay. Well, we have 29 cards in here, and we only need 24. So some cuts must be made.
I vote for Maze Abomination.
I agree.
Well,
Oh, the Sunhome Guildmage tokens are multicolor.
You bunch of death-touching hasty soldiers, huh?
Yeah.
Mm.
I actually think the Minotaur Aggressor. I don't.
Yeah, maybe he's not good enough. He's kind of hard to deal with, though.
He is.
Well, no
mugging.
muggings.
Get mugged.
Can we get rid of our worst removal spell? Do we actually play armed? As armed?
Well, we have Transguild Promenades for dangerous.
Oh my god. We can get dangerous.
Can we? Yeah. Good question though. Do we like actually make real use of armed? I guess if we have we could Demon Glee up the Riot Piker and then get dangerous. We could. Do we want the Clue Stone? I think we want Deviant Glee in here because it works really well on a lot of our early drop creatures here.
Yeah. I mean, same for Weapon Surge, really.
Yeah.
Oh man, maybe we drop Larry.
That might be correct.
I think it is.
You're the mascot, Larry.
You'll be the first one back in. Don't worry.
I'm feeling like we might actually want to take out this Fatal Fumes.
Okay. Go on. Grizzly Spectacle in, Fatal Fumes out. We can maybe need more removal, and then we have it as an option.
Yeah.
That sounds fine. What is...
Okay, well...
Oh, man. Do we have to play Concordia Pegasus?
Oh, no.
Please tell me no.
We're too aggressive to actually need to play that. We might board it in against Man with all of the Sunspire Griffins.
Yeah, he's got all the vassal souls and nonsense.
Our color requirements are so straight across the board here.
Put Baron. Wow, what do we get out of Obzidot's aid? I'm sad about this.
The best it does is return, like,
Yeah,
not
I mean it
much.
gets us a rebuy on one of our guys, but we ended up with like a bunch of low drops,
Right.
so
It's
it's
not
just
like we
not
have
impressive.
we're not
And
the best.
I mean, we bring that back against someone who's content to mill us, and then we'll be like, oh yeah, okay, smack.
And then that leaves us with one cut to make. Maybe Weapon Surge, maybe one of our weaker creatures. I actually like Sewer Shambler for
No, I
this.
like Sewer Shambler a lot.
Like, we've got a lot of creatures that benefit from having its...
Like just straight up as salvage, he will be awesome.
Yeah. And we have a sack outlet to throw him down there.
Wow.
Yes, we do need 2 Pikers. This is our curve.
Paradoxically, the second Riot Piker is better than the first.
Yeah. Maybe just the Cluestone.
Yeah, it's probably the weakest remaining card. I love having fixing and all that, but
Right. So, also,
in this case, I'm not willing to give up a Deviant Glee just because it works so freaking well.
this is what our, like, colors look like right here. It's,
Wow. It's
Yeah.
a dead heat!
Alright, well, I know what the mana base looks like. Let's see what it thinks it is.
Oh, it wants you to put in a forest for dangerous.
Ah, luckily.
That would be very dangerous. 555.
555. The number of... I have no idea what 555 is.
It's the number of the cow. I don't know.
Okay, so we got Larry. He's our, like, draft EDH general. He's our commander.
Yeah, he's our pauper commander.
Yeah, Pauper commander.
Right, that's 555 is the number you call for crooked cops. 911 got you down.
Call 555.
Call 555.
I like the number of the daft beast.
You'll get us. You'll get what you get. It might not be prison. It might be worse. You don't know. You don't have many options. Not on the level? Don't worry, neither are we. Call 555. Hire a torturer.
Hire a torturer. Need a torturer? Follow me enough.
We got ours on speed dial. He's licensed because we know quality.
Ah, yes, those union torturers.
The torturers union is important, man. I would be so much happier if instead of an association of realtors, we had an association of torturers. Like at least America being honest with itself or whatever.
You can actually use Obzidot's aid to grab the Baron back. The protection on Baron, Blood Baron of Viscopa only actually applies while the card is in play.
Yep.
Yeah, it does have it, it just doesn't do anything unless it's in play. I don't think there's any card in Magic that refers to protection on a card from outside of play, but it still exists. Like, it's on the card. Like, there are cards that reference creatures with flying in your deck or in your hand. Yeah.
Right. Anytime cards refer to cards that are not on the battlefield, they'll say card. So it's a creature card, it's a permanent card, it's an enchantment card, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And they have to do that because while cards are not on the battlefield, they aren't permanents or enchantments or creatures. They're just cards. They can have qualities like being a creature or having certain text or toughness or whatever, but they don't.
Having flash.
A lot of their stuff doesn't apply. Like your deck doesn't grow wings because it has creatures with flying in it, that kind of thing.
Like, yeah. Yeah, and we are Gruul. We have Armed and Dangerous. So that's Gruul enough, right?
We are Gruul.
We'd pass right by.
Surprise! We got to play the War Leaders Helix.
Yeah.
Oh, martial law living next to Grizzly Spectacle is not greedy at all. Whatever.
You want?
That's just.
Look, if we wanted to be greedy, we would have went greedy with like the warp physique, and then we would have been.
No, we would have been greedy with the warp physique, and then greedier with the like on the wheel crisis.
Ah, yes, Crisis Incubation, that card nobody wants to play.
I guess it's just terrible. Man, 4 mana is too much to pay for Arrest out of color. Jeez.
Also, having additional abilities on my Arrest, that sucks.
I mean, okay, if we had gone that route, if we had, for whatever reason,
we'd have a
Species
Guild
Gorger, got the Crisis Incubation, we would have had a Drakewing Crisis as well.
Yep, we would have had Drakewing Crisis and Zamek Guildmage.
We would have Zamet Guildmage and Ooze Flux. But there was never, like, a Croconura.
Yeah.
or
there was
like a
pool.
Cloudfin Raptor.
There was a breeding pool.
Like, people were picking Simic. They must have been.
Oh, I guess so. So this man here, B Trumps, has not connected or is disconnected before submitting. It's going to be very tragic for him. The way it does it is it auto submits his deck, all of his cards, with the suggested mana base for all of those cards.
Oh, it does actually put mana in?
Yes, it will auto suggest the mana base and then apply that suggest like it is doing that. Anyway,
wow.
we would.
I thought it didn't even put in land. I thought you were just scotched.
No, we won the die roll. We would like to play first because that's what we do, and we would like to keep this hand, I guess.
I don't guess. I know. That's fine.
5 lands is a bit high, but we'll deal all 3 colors. Don't care.
5 lands is not all that high when you have a Guild Mage
okay.
to make use of the extra mana.
Yeah. And we can get the Riot Piker doing his job.
God, he's gonna run into a Concordia Pegasus or some bullshit.
Yeah, Croconura is gonna come down. We're just gonna be
Gonna be like, it's all right though. But by the time he's attacking, we're gonna have a Skinbrand Goblin on our hand. It'll be beautiful.
We're fine.
The world is beautiful, and it starts with us. Being pretty
here.
is the easy part. Let me tell you.
Right here.
Are we waiting for the opponent or something?
I think so.
Is he thinking?
I don't know. Oh, okay.
The old fool your opponent into F6ing through his first turn.
Alright, let's go ahead and play out the Riot Piker.
Beautiful.
Hey, Brush Strider, you're a dude that doesn't beat Riot Piker in a fight.
Awesome.
Cool. And then we get Assault Griffin the turn after, and yeah, everything's great, except for this Croconura he played. Damn it.
No, that's gonna eat the Riot Piker.
Yep.
Oh well. He had a good run. Oh wow.
That's good.
Ha!
Alright, you can go ahead and eat the Riot Piker, that's fine. Alright, so we get the Blood Baron.
That'll get us our life back, I guess.
Yeah, like this Brush Strider,
Really
this
fine.
thing's silly. I don't even understand. Need a way to.
Hey, it's a good card.
Oh, it is. It's just such an odd green card. Vigilance.
You know, that was probably the result of some like airheaded spitballing in R&D, where they're like, "Man, what if we could have like a red creature that had vigilance? Like its thing was like having high power but also vigilance." And then they're like, well, red doesn't get vigilance. Green could have high power though, and it gets vigilance. Yeah, okay, let's turn this red creature into a green one.
So right now, I could swing with Assault Griffin, but that's a trap.
Right,
He
because
was
on
showing the
board he
onboard
has the
trap.
Centaur like to turn his Croconaw into a
Yes, he is showing me the onboard trap. That would be very tragic. I could have like played the Sunhome Guild Mage and then had a pump, but ooh, Species Gorger.
Hmm.
Well, we got a pair of Guild Mages. What do we actually want? Is the real question.
I think you want the Rixmade Guild Mage because then you can because he lets you attack with Blood Baron quicker. Is I guess what I'm getting at.
I think I can play them both.
Well, I know you can play them both.
Yeah.
I just
I
want
just
Rixmade Guild Mage post activations. Like, oh wait, that doesn't.
I can only activate Rixmade Guild Mage once here with my mana base.
Yeah, true.
I could play Sunhome and then like have a 1/1 creature to make for Species Gorger to block it.
Just jump him.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess staying alive is also a fine thing.
This Croconaw is also
trying to ride the Blood Baron to victory here.
Yeah, same. Or I could just play both.
Yeah, let's just play them both out. Whatever. It's not like he's gonna have a board wipe after committing all that shit.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, fooled you! I'm bouncing my Brush Strider and something. I don't know.
I don't know. He probably bounces the Species Gorger itself. This Croconaw is going to be the real problem. Yeah, he did bounce the.
He did bounce the Brush Strider. I guess he wants to beat down.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, this is one turn he gets to. Sunhome Guild Mage just creates an infinite stream of blockers for the next while. So yeah, we're just going to take 6.
Yeah. Taking damage seems way more okay when you have Blood Baron on board and a Lightning Helix +1 in your deck.
Yep. We also, we can make some very good attacks with Blood Baron. Still.
And we can win the long game, too, because eventually there's going to be a lot of little men.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. we have a Sunhome Guild Mage sitting over here.
Blood Baron on board. Ah. Yeah, one of those old triangle stickers.
Maze Glider. Things have gotten a lot more difficult.
Ew. Yeah, we can no longer block Species Gorger forever, I guess.
Well. What to do here?
Let's see. 3/5 range evolve. I mean, you have a safe attack with the Baron, basically, because you can shrink whatever blocks him as much as you want.
Right. I'm wondering if, what's our max damage output? Too much? Yeah, we have 3 Rixmade Guild Mage activations. He's going to have to bounce a creature as well to Species Gorger. That's not...
Yeah, I mean, surprisingly, it might be Croconaw. Or he might even
pick up
kill his own centaur.
Yeah.
Because he wants to, fly over our heads.
Well, I think the play is to swing with... maybe just the Blood Baron? The worst thing he could do is... No, there's really no worse thing he could do. If he triple blocks, I kill off the Maze Glider alone, actually? Well, that's tragic, but... if I kill off the Maze Glider, this problem is solved. Is really the issue, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Any blocks that don't involve Maze Glider can't kill me. Or can't kill Blood Baron. So I think I just swing Blood Baron alone. Assault Griffin is our backup in case of something terrible. We have a blocker.
Yeah, we leave our chump back up in case he decides to, I don't know, blood rush his guy.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see what he does. We've got a lot of movement with Rick's Mighty Guildmage and Sunhome Guildmage. We've got a lot of choices. He might just choose to take the hit.
That would probably ultimately be wise.
All right.
Oh man, he really wants it.
All right. So Maze Glider is number 1, and I think that's all we can kill here.
Well, you can subtract 3 total toughness.
That's not
7, 5 gets you.
I can straight kill the Centaur, but that's not enough to save the Blood Baron. Really, killing the Maze Glider puts him back in a position where he can't.
Yeah, no. I think we want. Yeah, we have to kill the Maze Glider.
I think that's what we do, and then he's going to have to bounce a creature. He'll have to either bounce this Centaur or bounce Croconura. I really wish we could kill 2 here, but we just don't have the mana. All right, so yeah, we go ahead and kill the Maze Glider with a pump from Sunhome Guildmage rather than a minus, because that gets us 1 more point of lifelink.
Right. Actually, can we do better than that?
I don't really think so.
Well, we can pump twice.
That doesn't change what we can kill though, and pumping once leaves up our token making.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that's what we want then. Sure.
So let's go ahead and pump, and then let Blood Baron trade with Maze Glider. We go up to a reasonable life total again.
We have chumps on board, and he has to bounce awkwardly.
He either has to bounce Species Gorger itself or like one of his 2 other guys. His hand is currently 2 cards and Brush Strider. Yeah, Sunhome Guildmage is really the card that's going to be our end game here. We can just like slowly make up a team of guys and move from there.
Yeah, bounce the Species Gorger because it's no longer as compelling because you can't like fly through it anymore.
Yep.
And now Rick's Mighty Guildmage looks damn interesting.
Right, we can now like make Assault Griffin attacks, and he just has to take the 3 or else lose Croconura for nothing. Like, yes, it would get 6 mana out of us, but 6 mana out of us isn't worth that.
Right, and we're genuinely not spending it on anything else. I guess like making an army.
Right.
Gradually.
Very slowly making. Also, if he blocks with Croconura and it dies, all of a sudden things look so much worse for the Species Gorger.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's actually swinging.
All right. I guess we chump one of them with a token.
Jump the 4.
Like, chump the Croconura.
I didn't expect that.
Yeah. Man, that probably means he doesn't have anything left. It's really way too early to get quite that aggressive.
Rick's Mighty is only on blocking creatures.
Yeah, target blocking creature. It's
yeah.
Be aggressive and all that. Yeah, Brush Strider. I'll bet that his 2 cards are blanks then. I don't know how exactly. Oh, man!
Did I mention earlier that Sunhome Guildmage is multicolored tokens? I think I might have mentioned that.
Yeah, you did mention that.
All right.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna go ahead and Do we swing Assault Griffin for 3?
Well, what he wants to do is bounce his Brush Strider. Like that's the reason he played it.
Right.
So he wouldn't have to do something awkward like that. And he probably recognized that we were setting up a kill on his Croconura if he did something like that. Ah, man! If only we also had a token or something. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I think it's Cast of Blaze Abomination.
Yeah, it is.
And then I guess swinging Assault Griffin gets us 3 points versus like it blocking the Centaur next turn or something like that.
I actually like it blocking the Centaur. Like, I think we're winning the eventual game.
Also, he can't
We need to
swing
recognize
at
that.
all. In addition to Maze Abomination giving, the tokens Death Touch, our Guild Mages just got Death Touch too.
Yeah, like I would be totally fine trading off Rick's Matey Guild Mage for something bigger.
Yep.
Because that's what it was always meant to do anyway.
Yep, it just does it on the defense. And
Only it would have required a bunch of mana. Oh man, Spike Jester is gonna have Death Touch too.
Oh man, he's going for broke here if he's last thoughtsing. Like, he doesn't have a creature that can actually hit us. Yeah, he really must be... Ozzy's in a bind.
Ozzy's in a pickle.
Ooh, Hands of Binding. That doesn't do anything.
All right, so he's grabbing us by the ghoulies. Ah, I see. Giving us the choice of whether or not he gets a card or a Hands of Binding activation.
I have a really cool thought here. We could let the Species Gorger through and block the other 2 creatures.
All right, so like trade off Assault Griffin for the Centaur, trade off Rick's Matey Guild Mage for Krakenura.
And then all of a sudden, next turn, his Species Gorger bounces itself.
Yeah, okay, let's do that. So he gets another card out of the deal.
He does get a card, but he loses his entire board.
Right. And that's still like a 4-mana, what's it called? Divination.
Yeah, that's a 4-mana
So-
divination.
That's pretty much what you get out of that card anyway. We have gas in the tank. We're going to have more.
Yeah, we're full of gas. Tank's full.
Like, absolutely anything we draw is live.
Even land gives us second Sunhome activation. Everything
Oh,
we
I
do.
guess Transguild Promenade would not be live.
It would still be fine because we can play Spike Jester and then still make a token.
Yeah.
We'd still have 6 mana, which is enough to make our 2 activations in the turn, and then it would be live the turn after. And then the 9th land gives us 3 Sunhome activations on the offense.
I guess my question is, how did this guy pass on Krasis incubation?
That would really be murderous if he threw that on the Sunhome Guild Mage right now.
I mean, right, but he
doesn't.
would have done that.
Yeah. Oh, he has a trick for us.
Gasp! He's downsized the guild mage. I guess we'll have to reroll on
Okay, well, you'll have to rethink the plan then. Okay, planes.
Okay.
I think
As we said, live.
I think the plan is I swing with Spike Jester and Sunhome Guild Mage. And then I have a token I can create at instant speed to block.
Well, he's gonna have Brush Strider next turn
Right.
to keep his.
I could
Thanks for being
alternatively just make 2 tokens to block on his turn, and like have Spike Jester be this like trick out of my hand on a kill turn.
Yeah, I like that better.
Yeah, because we can Spike Jester and do 2 activations on offense at the same time.
Yeah. So let's attack anyway.
Yeah, we're attacking with Sunhome, and then we'll make 2 soldiers. Yeah, he has to bounce one or the other, and then neither of them are actually hitting me.
Yeah, in all likelihood, it's going to be Species Gorger again. I don't see him like
Bouncing that Krakenura.
getting rid of his 4/6 Krakenura. Although he probably should, frankly.
And then we'll get this dang maze abomination back online sooner or later.
Yeah. Man. I really need him to, like, not bounce that or anything. Because, like, Death Touch guys are so much better than...
Yeah, Death Touch guys
just
make...
guys.
Oh god, he has another maze glider?
Oh.
Lord.
Well, that's boring.
Okay, I have a new plan. You know what we go to? It's 1.
Alright.
You know what we do in damage? A lot. We're going for a murder.
Oh, this is gonna be murderous.
He's at 16?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, 1 is 7, 3, 3. He'll have to block with Maze Glider. Okay.
I mean, he blocks your 4/5, so you basically don't have that. You have...
But if he blocks with his 4/5, he no longer has a flyer.
Well, right, but if you're alpha striking to do that to him, then...
Well, I can Alpha Strike and leave up the activations on Sunhome Guildmage. Like, I can Alpha Strike without actually having to commit to the Alpha Strike until post-blocks. Like, if I'm not going to kill him with the pumps, I don't have to pump. If I am going to kill him with the pumps...
Right, but I'm just trying to raw get some damage out of you. I mean, you're going to have 2 1/1s here. And you're going to have Spike Jester. I have the Guild Mage. It's 2, 3, 4, 7, and then, what, 3 pumps? 3 times 12. Okay, so you're threatening quite a bit.
I'm threatening.
Wow.
I'm threatening straight lethal. The cool thing now is that I can play the Spike Jester, and then I'm like, I'm trying.
Oh man, you know what he has in his hand? Oh yeah, this is gonna ruin your day.
What is it?
He has that 1 green untap target creature and put a +1/+1 counter
That's
on it.
fine. That'd be beautiful. If he had that, he would have killed me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Okay,
he
fair
could have
enough.
drawn it off last thoughts.
No, he wouldn't because he just drew it with last thoughts.
What do I swing with here then? I just play Spike Jester, swing everything. I think it's play Spike Jester, swing. I'm doing math. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. If I play Spike Jester and swing Spike Jester and everything but Sunhome Guildmage, he is forced to block with Maze Glider or die.
Okay, and that leaves you with Sunhome Guildmage to block his thing, and you need him to have absolutely nothing.
What thing? His Species Gorger will bounce itself.
Oh, that's true.
All we have to do is force him to block lethal damage here.
Let's hope he cannot count.
And if he doesn't block, he just dies. So it's everything but Sunhome Guildmage, because I actually don't need Sunhome Guildmage in the fight.
Man, that's kind of tragic.
Well, it's better if he's not in it, because if he could block Maze Glider on... Oh, you know what? Hell. I guess Sunhome could go in the fight, and then like I can get lethal almost regardless of what he does. Yeah, okay. Everything in the fuck it. We're Gruul.
Everybody, get in there! Everyone, get in here! Oh wow! Please do that.
Please
you're
do
a
that. You'll
ballsy man.
die. You will die. You will die. I think he's
You will die.
So yeah, Oh God, he's figured it out. Have you seen his? He's been changing blocks.
Oh, whatever. He doesn't know Jack.
He
He
doesn't.
hasn't figured anything.
No, no, no. He's figured out that he doesn't have. Like he went to block the guild mage, and he's like, okay, no. And then he went to block. Okay, yeah, he's blocked 3 different things now.
He's sitting there doing math and figuring out that he is actual dead.
I'll go ahead and Sunhome Guild Mage Pump. And then I'll go ahead and count 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I Sunhome Guild Mage Pump. And then he dies. Cool. Our opponent died.
He died. Okay, so he's on the Species Gorger plan, which makes all of our removal even more gorgeous. And he has a bunch of, like, Cypher junk, too.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Our Riot Pikers aren't...
Well, okay, what does he actually have that blocks Riot Pyre? He had Croconura, and that's hard. But he didn't have anything else that blocked it for a while.
That was about it, yeah. But we're also on the draw here, so if we play Piker and then he goes like Croconura, we just get laughed at out of the building.
I admit Piker is much less compelling on the draw, so perhaps
perhaps we could
Piker's out, Dutiful Thrall in, and Fumes in.
I like Fumes actually. Actually, maybe leave in one Piker and bring in the Fumes, and then have Fumes as like this removal spell to stop his bouncing.
Yeah, there was at least one time when we could have used it on a Brush Strider or some nonsense.
Yeah. All right, let's just go with this. Yeah, we did take a lot of time to think there. We have 9 minutes left, so or like 10 minutes to 17. We'll have to play quicker on the draw there. Don't want to get timed out. But that's what our deck does, so... We just had to do a lot of leaning on our guild mage. God. Ooh.
Army in a can.
Look at this. Look at this powerful hand.
Oh my god, we're gonna live the dream. We're gonna have a fencing ace actually do something.
Yep.
Sweet! And the question is, would we rather play fencing ace on time or play Kingpin's Pet on time?
I think I'd rather play Kingpin's Pet on time.
I agree. That lets us extort on the fencing ace and the thing that's suiting up the fencing ace. Oh wow, and we get our Unleash guy? This is bonkers.
Yeah. Alright, so we can go ahead and play out our Kingpin's Pet.
Glorious.
And then we can extort Dead Reveler. And then we can, like... Oh, he canceled! Oh, what?
We're not extorting Jack.
Hover Barrier!
Oh my god!
What? Somebody tell me what that card does. Okay.
Oh, no. This is awesome, because he's going to use it to block our fencing ace, and then we get to War Leader's Helix it.
Alright, I think I played Dead Reveler, though. And I can also War Leader's Helix it.
Same plan,
Same
basically.
Plan. He's off green?
No fear. Cancel Hover Barrier. He's off of playables.
He just last thoughts onto his Hover Barrier.
Oh man.
Oh god, martial law. Yeah, I swing and I just helix that down.
Cool. Aha! But what you didn't know is that you have nothing! Bestowed nothing! You gotta cancel!
Canceled!
Now you're ruined.
Canceled! Oh, there's his green, okay.
Ah, crap. Now he gets all of his things.
That's fine. It's not enough.
That's not impressive at the moment.
We get to play martial law. I think we play martial law in the Trans Guild Promenade here.
It's perfect. Pay 1 to prevent this.
We have the power of martial law.
You've been doing some suspicious things, buddy.
Yeah,
you got a tail light out right here.
You can get thrown right in stupid wizard jail. Oh.
Oh, wow. Cracking in with the Croconura because he is unafraid.
We're going to detain the Crawl Warrior.
Sounds good.
And then I'm going to go ahead and swing in. And play out Fencing Ace plus Blood Baron. And then next turn we get to do some stupid things with Blood Baron, or with Fencing Ace. And a Deviant Glee. Because I just detained the Croconura out of there.
Yeah, he's going to have a hard time coming back from this.
Yep.
I don't think Maze Glider is going to do it.
So yeah, we put the Maze Glider in jail. Do I Deviant Glee up the Dead Reveler then?
Let's see. I guess he could trade with the most things, huh?
Yeah.
That would allow him to kill Croconura while... Yeah, that would let him trade with it.
Well, it would trade like 2 for 2. He would... Actually...
Nah, because it would only have 5 power.
Okay. I can't throw it on Blood Baron. I could just throw it on Fencing Ace and then swing team.
That's the most gruel way to do things.
Yeah.
I approve.
Because he can't double block everything I've just played.
Right. So let's ask him some really hard questions. Like, what's the last card in our hand?
Yeah. Also, we can trample up the Fencing Ace.
Yeah, we have our trample activation open in case that becomes relevant. Ah, good. Yes, let him burn away some of his time.
Oh, he's going all in on killing Blood Baron.
Okay, well, sure.
Okay, yeah.
Well, I guess he gets to activate Crawl Warrior. That's a reason to leave it alive.
I'll go ahead and detain the Crawl Warrior. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like factually his most dangerous creature. That's kind of sad.
Yeah. I need another creature before I can actually make attacks that work right now. Yeah, I just need to pass.
Yeah. I'm kind of sad, but...
That's alright. Well, sooner or later we'll find, like, our guild mage or, you know, something like that.
God, if only we had explosive impact and could just murder our opponent. That'd be nice.
Detain the Crawl Warrior. Sky Knight Legionnaire is a third guy. That doesn't do anything, though.
Yeah, I mean, considering your opponent is at 5, though.
Yeah.
Like, he's in kind of a spot.
I could play him and... No, there's no crush in that works. I could play him, though. Like, the attack doesn't work because both of his creatures can block a flyer.
Well, sure, but if he doesn't block the Fencing Ace, he loses the game.
He'll take 4 from the attack and go to 1. And then leave me Dead Reveler versus, nothing. Yeah. Let's scroll it up.
Yes! Crush, kill, destroy.
He's going to go to 1 flat. Oh no, he's got a Giant Growth. That was his final card in hand. Okay, so he did go to 2, but now he has a board against us.
Didn't put him on Giant Growth.
No, neither did I. Well, he's dead to... Because he has to leave a guy back forever.
Right.
Maze Glider number 2.
We were always going to need more creatures.
Yep.
Oh, man.
I think we're going to lose this game now.
Oh, my God.
Like, we don't have the Helix to fall back on either, which is
Oh, was that our only,
that's our only way to over the top him.
Direct spell here? Yeah, now he's running scared of yet another Sky Knight Legionnaire.
Oh, no, Riot Piker doesn't do anything here.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Riot Piker, you're the worst.
Alright, we gotta wait on you.
Okay, so we have Kingpin's Pet in the deck. Is there anything else
Kingpin's Pet's in the grave.
like it in the deck?
Kingpin's Pet's in the grave. I don't think we have other Extort.
Man. Alright, how about Guildmage?
Guildmage is our real... Oh, how about... Oh, God. Alright, I'm playing Riot Piker and passing. We can Armed and Dangerous our way out of this.
Oh, Jesus. Do you just get to, like, Dangerous a guy?
No, we Armed and Dangerous one man. And everybody has to block that man. We will win how we... we will win through our gruel.
Oh, no! That gives him an out. No. Okay,
Nope.
okay. Bind the Centaur's hair.
No,
Damn it,
no,
Jen!
no, it doesn't matter. He has to block that guy. He has to do that.
Oh, okay.
Like, he can't get around it. I'm going to Armed and Dangerous up the Dead Reveler?
Just to insult him?
No, like, just to get through.
Oh, okay.
Actually, no, we have to... Yeah, we Armed and Dangerous up the Dead Reveler.
I don't think it actually matters. Like, he has to have a bounce or something here.
Yeah, or he loses. We will win with Gruul. The power of Gruul. Yeah, no, Centaur's Herald isn't a real out.
Right. I was thinking that there would be a moment
like a window
where he
could. Nope.
cheat, basically.
We will not allow him to cheat. We will win.
In the end, Riot Piker was all we needed. Yes.
I'm so happy that it was freaking Riot Piker.
That was just fine.
Yeah.
That was just fine.
Yeah.
Like,
Give him the poker.
all of our cards that buy time bought us time. Removal killed things. It all went to plan. It was good.
Yeah, Pike of God. That was good. We have a really silly deck this time.
Hey, we got our fixing for
Yep.
our like perfect split 3-color.
Yep.
We have Death Touching Hasty Men.
Yeah.
We have a Rix Matey Guild Mage that we never need to activate. Whatever.
The threat of Rick's Made Guild Mage is really what gets it there. Like, you never actually have to use the thing. because your opponent just can no longer make blocks anymore due to
Right. That's honestly something I somewhat regret about the design of the card.
Well, it's
Like,
at least built into the card that its second ability gives it a use post because it like you swing in with a creature, they don't block because they can't because they lose the guy, and then you get to use Rixmadi's second ability to make them lose life. So it at least has like a built-in sync to, all right, well, you didn't block because you didn't want to lose your guy, now take more damage.
Yeah, I guess I just don't like tricks on board all that much.
Tricks on board are...
It's just like it's there and you see it, it's like, oh, okay. I guess that's gonna happen. Yeah, like Seal of Fire, for instance.
Playing around Seal of Fire or Seal of Doom...
it was so maddening.
So as a
not all guild mages are tricks on board exactly, because not all of them are, what we would consider a combat trick. They all have abilities, but
right, like Zamek Guildmage is no way a trick on board. Neither of its
right.
abilities do anything to like increase the power and toughness of your team, on board.
Yeah, I guess if you pair him up with a flash creature, then that could possibly...
But then that's a flash creature,
right? And the flash creature is the trick. The guild mage isn't the trick in that scenario.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that Rixmadi Guild Mage says, -1/-1/2, a blocking creature. Like the alternative to that ability is one where you pay a larger cost to just -1 things.
That was the old Rakdos Guild Mage. The larger cost
like because you could make
discard
goblins
a card, right?
And then just kill things.
Yeah, it was discard a card, like 4 mana, discard a card, target creature gets -2/-2.
Yeah. So,
back when they used to do the Invitational, the winner of the Invitational, which was a tournament where like 16 of the best players of the time got invited, and they played a bunch of wacky formats. The winner would get to create a card with wizards. And when Kai won the Invitational, he wanted to just create Seal of Counterspell, which would have just been this really terrible thing to fight against. Like, there's an onboard trick of Counterspell. How do you cast your spells around this? It ended up being turned into Void Mage Prodigy? Is that the wizard that sacks to counterspell?
Yeah.
But like the point kind of stands that fighting against an onboard trick is just...
It just slows the game down,
Yeah.
basically, because every single decision that you make has to go through that
filter.
piece of known information. Like, it's not even... like suspected, I think he has a counter. No, you know it.
No, it's sitting right there.
Like, he doesn't need any mana for it or anything.
Yeah.
I would want to keep tricks on board in my own set to a minimum if I could, which is going to be easy for the set that I'm doing now because there's lots more instants and sorceries in this set than in a usual set.
I need to take another look at that. I don't
think I've done anything on it in a couple days because this is something that I could just sort of... like in any spare time at work that I have, I can like hammer out a card.
Yeah,
and I'll also like go to sleep and think of a couple cards while I'm going to sleep, and then put them in, and then realize, wait, that's a terrible idea, but it'll give me some others. So
right, and it's not like they're not written in stone once they're put into the file.
Oh yeah, absolutely not. And I'll do like a couple different runs of them.
Right. Yeah.
I also had to back down from that one trigger. That triggers based whenever a spell you control destroys a creature.
The rules are so bad on that.
It just can't exist as a trigger condition, and I had to accept that.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it by the rules. It's just that every single player would interpret it wrong.
No matter what. So the trigger, for those in the zoo, was a card with the trigger, when a instant or sorcery you control destroys a creature?
Yes.
When an instant or sorcery you control destroys a creature your opponent controls, you may pay X.
And forget about what the rest of it did. That doesn't matter.
Yeah, the issue comes up in that, this was the idea is this triggers off of your kill spells. However, this only triggers off of kill spells that say the word
That
destroy.
they have to say the word destroy, or else it just doesn't count.
Like,
Like even if the creature ends up being destroyed by the game rules, that
yeah,
wouldn't count.
if I played Fatal Fumes, that would not destroy the creature. If I played
Nope.
War Leader's Helix, that would not destroy the creature.
Nope, neither does lightning bolt, because it's the damage on the creature that destroys it,
If I
or
played,
the state-based action of it having 0 toughness.
Yeah. There was a oh god, there was another actual card in Magic that worked in an odd way like that. I wish I could remember, but the idea, the fact that like might have been,
A
like-
creature who, when it regenerates, also gets something.
yeah, something
Like
like
when it regenerates, then you put a counter on it.
yeah, or like
And-
actually, I think it was it was this instant from Visions that was like regenerate target creature, you gain control of that creature.
Right, right. If it regenerates, then you gain control of it.
Yep. You can't just like 3 mana steal your guy.
Right.
Yeah. More crushing. Crush.
Yeah, I kind of regret that. I mean, I like where the creature that I designed ended up. So
Yeah.
I got it into shape. But there's no way that trigger condition with the rules of Magic the way they are can ever
Right.
abide.
It also needed more of a cost, and that was already dealt with now on the altered card.
Yeah, what I wanted was like a 4-mana 2/2 flyer in black who was kind of a house.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of like what's his face
Falconwrath.
in
I think
in
Falconwrath
Estrad.
Noble is the one you're thinking of.
Falconwrath Aristocrat.
Aristocrat's the haste one.
Falconwrath Noble.
Noble.
then?
Noble is the one that's a 2/2 flyer for 4 that has Blood Artist's trigger on it.
Yes, that one.
And it's actually a creature instead of being Blood Artist, where it's an O1.
He is a house.
I'm gonna have to.
Oh no.
Okay.
Are we connected?
We are connected.
Why? Why?
Yeah. As I'm fairly certain this is still a true thing in Magic Online, but if you pull up your rating, these numbers here just won't load unless you are connected to the game. At least that's always been my check, and it hasn't failed me yet. So, because it wouldn't be able to pull from the server. But yeah, Magic. What a silly game.
Yeah. Undersaw wants a creature with the type Skeleton Imp. You got it. I'm gonna go
Do it.
do that now.
Do it.
Hold on,
Make
I'm
it
doing
happen.
it. I don't know what it's gonna do yet, but I'm putting it in. It's getting into the set. There are a lot of freedoms that I have. For,
One of my-
making fake cards and all that.
One of the funnest things to watch in the Modern Masters draft was people that hadn't played against like cards from Ravnica era, cards from Time Spiral era, like learn about these cards that were the houses.
Just like pick it up, read. Huh?
There was a player who was playing like a red-white aggressive deck, like just like creatures, they attack, they are huge, they deal damage, they're giants. And his opponent was playing blue-black and had Stinkweed Imp. And Stinkweed Imp is like a flying squire with Death Touch that has Dredge 5. So he would just continuously play a Stinkweed Imp to block all of these 7/7s or whatever.
Oh my god. Okay, so I'm putting the Skeleton Imp at uncommon.
Okay.
I don't know why yet, but I already had a black flying small creature at common, and I think that's kind of what a Skeleton Imp wants to be, like a
I'm
small black
thinking-
flying creature.
Yeah,
so.
I'm thinking like
I think that two small flying black commons can live in the set. I think that's all right, but I think that our Skeleton Imp is going to be a little more interesting, a little more important.
like historically, Magic has a lot of skeletons and has. I think the only historic thing that's been the same throughout with skeletons is that they usually have a regenerate ability or an ability that slightly allows them to ignore death. Mortis Strider or reassembling skeleton being the...
Yeah, and the only thing that like an imp really needs to be in order to be an imp is to be small and flying. Like there are a couple of imps that don't fly, and that's really sad.
There was another game in that Modern Masters draft where a player controlled doubling season with Skeletal Vampire.
Oh. Oh my god.
That was fun. Is my stream working? Yes. Yes, it is.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Wait, is that a friend?
Yes,
okay.
that is.
I thought that was your opponent.
No, that is a friend of mine.
Okay. Your opponent is like, hold on.
Is your stream
Are you streaming now? I want to see your hand.
I can't see your hand. I should probably tell him. Perfect. Yeah, Twitch, I know Logical had said that the chat was giving him problems, and there was a person or two that were having issues with, Okay, how about this? Yeah, Skolnar Imp as a... I like the name. Skolnar Imp as like a 1/1 flying regenerator that has a Hypnotic Spectre ability, or not a Hypnotic Spectre, but like a discard ability.
You know, honestly, even just at uncommon, a flying regenerator...
That's probably enough on its own.
Just alone is probably an okay card.
Well, then it's not Will of the Wisp, but was it Swarm of Gnats? There's a card from Urza's.
Gnats.
Yeah, there's a card from Urza's. I'm gonna say Legacy, maybe Destiny.
Okay. I mean, I can also just do a gather or look up for creatures who have both flying and regenerate, and I think I'm going to do that.
Yeah, it's black one. It's black.
Colors black.
Yep.
Because that's really the only color we should bother with. Regenerate. Flying.
Fog of Gnats. Drat.
All right. Creatures who qualify as both having regenerate and flying in their rules text. Baron Sengir.
Get the hell out.
Chromat. Dark Hatchling, whatever the hell that is. Can't be regenerated. You don't count.
Regenerated. Doesn't count.
Does not count.
Here's a Shriek.
Devouring Strossus. All right. Fiend of the Shadows. This is a more recent example.
Yes.
You have to sacrifice a human for that one. There's Fog of Gnats, who's black for 1/1 flying regenerate for a black. That's just stupidly efficient.
Yep.
There's Grotesque Hybrid. Why does that have flying on it? Oh, you can make him jump.
Oh, okay.
All right, Hellkite Overlord.
Hi, that's one that has those abilities.
That definitely flies and regenerates. There's Cathari Remnant, who flies, regenerate, has no power, and has Cascade. That's really his claim to fame.
Yeah, I've played that one. You're going to find Will of the Wisps on this list as well somewhere.
Yeah, Will of the Wisp is definitely on here. Marrowbats. We remember Marrowbats. That's a bat skeleton.
The bat skeleton. Close.
Mischievous Poltergeist, who's closest to the thing that I had in mind. He's a 3-mana 1/1 flyer. Pay 1 life, regenerate him. Let's see. Phyrexian Slayer. And I think I also have the commonality right on this. I mean, Fog of Gnats was a common, but that's stupid.
That's stupid, and I don't like that.
Like, Grotesque Hybrid, Cathari Remnant, Mischievous Poltergeist, Marrowbats, all uncommons. Yeah, we have this centered on basically where we want. Skeletal Cathari is a common, and he has to sacrifice a creature to do that. There's Skeletal Vampire, of course. How did we forget this?
Yep.
Skitherix the Blight Dragon,
Ah,
I guess, also regenerates.
Skitherix does have regen for black.
We're going to omit Vizara the Dreadful. Dreadful as her artwork always is, because she does not herself regenerate. Wake of Vultures. Interesting. Probably
What a name.
best card on this list, honestly. Yeah. And then Will-O-the-Wisp. So, yeah, we could totally have an imp.
Yeah.
But let's see. Nah, that's a fine place for an uncommon to be. Like, you don't actually... Oh, no!
Our opponent never showed up.
Oh.
I'm
We...
distressed. That's
Fine.
weak.
On to match 3!
Yeah.
I get to continue to figure out what this imp truly does.
Live magic design.
Yeah. I mean, I want him to be a nuisance. I'm not dedicated to him being regenerating just because he's a skeleton. Like, yes, that's a thing.
skeleton.
Usually,
But that's not always a
our
skeleton
skeletons
thing.
regenerate, and
That's not
usually, if we want something to regenerate, we like throw skeleton on there to like explain it.
Well, how about you? Well, you don't have to make him regenerate. You could give him, like, regenerate is just the most common way of making things a
Yeah.
skeleton. We have a graveyard sub theme, right? Like that's a thing that's already going on.
We do. Oh, how about this? Okay,
'Cause there's-
the guy who cannot be exiled. I've always wanted to do that. There's too much like exiled nonsense.
Cannot be exiled. Because yeah, like we have that graveyard sub theme going on in there, and
So I think that like the replacement effect that reads, if this thing would be exiled from anywhere, put it into its owner's graveyard instead.
that does give an infinite fodder for some of the effects with that cost,
Um,
right?
I guess, but I don't care. I mean, it's it's infinite fodder for what?
Well, no. Is it from play or from when it's exiled from play or exiled from anywhere?
From anywhere.
Because if it's exiled from anywhere, you can. Aren't there a couple cards in the set that have a thing as a cost, like remove a card, like exile a card in your graveyard to do X? And if this just goes back into your graveyard when you attempt to exile it to pay the cost, you've successfully paid the cost, but the card's still there to pay it for the next one.
Yes, there's one guy
Like
who does that.
I thought there were more.
Sort
at this
of.
point, but I.
No, that was that guy exiled instants and sorceries.
Okay. Like as long as there's nothing that actually.
Like I don't think there's an easy infinite with that. For instance,
You better watch out, Bearscape Infinite.
yeah. Like, oh, I can cremate myself to draw a card, but it gets put in the graveyard instead. I don't know. Beckon Apparition doesn't actually remove him, but you could have 1/1. Like that's I don't see it as being terribly problematic, especially if he's just like this little 1/1 flyer at the end of the day.
So have him be like a 2-mana 1/1 flyer, like a very cheap 1/1 flyer with that ability. Probably even one.
No, it's stupid to have it tuck him, because that's basically the same thing as exiling and is often worse.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if there's a...
I mean,
Wait,
the only
I
thing
can
that matters
feel it.
would be if he...
This is not a huge deal. I'm convinced. Okay, break it over your knee. That's the challenge. You have a 1/1 who, if he gets exiled from anywhere, goes to your graveyard instead.
Like, there has to be a card in Magic I can just say the name of, and then...
Like if there is one that you can say the name of, then I won't put it in my set. Like, and you can say that name, and I'll be like, oh nope, you're right, that's a problem, and and then I'll draw back from it.
All right, I guess I need to pull up magic card set info and start searching.
Yeah. Be my guest.
Text.
The thing is, I'm pretty sure I'm safe on this because the graveyard is supposed to be, the place things go when they die, and Exile was only introduced as this other place to help the game with effects where it just couldn't use the graveyard for that.
Heh. No, that's not good enough. Okay. I get a lot of flashback spells on this.
Right. I mean, if there were already things that said just exile a card in your graveyard,
hold
do
on.
a thing, they would be busted in half as is.
From the brink.
You wouldn't need this little guy.
Back from the brink.
Back from the brink.
Hell yeah.
Okay, let me see what a hole I have designed myself into.
All you've
back
done
from the brink.
It gives creatures in your grave flashback. Is the effect of what it does.
I think I'm okay with this.
I think I'm fine with that too. That one's actually funny. All of a sudden, like, some wizard just shows up and just starts throwing infinite skeletons onto the battlefield.
But it says and pay its mana cost. No,
Yep.
that's auto balance.
Yeah, I know.
It
was the first card that showed up that I thought was very funny with it.
He is once again back from the brink.
Go infinite with summon. No, like, all of these have very limiting factors on them. Circling vultures.
Uh-oh, Psychotog.
Oh, Psychotog's real. Uh-oh.
Ah, but you need two of them.
Yeah. The next one on the list I found that matters with it would be circling vultures. Though that's a lot of work to get.
Yeah, circling vultures, not so much.
Yeah.
I think I'm fine with making
Alright.
Psychotog awesome. He already is.
Psychotog needs more help to be good, right?
It hasn't been relevant in years. Suddenly this thing comes out, and Psychotog needs you to have two of them in order to be good. I also don't know if that would even work. Because if it's a replacement effect, you're not even really paying the cost.
You are, though.
No,
you are,
yeah,
though.
you are.
You are, though.
If it said he can't be exiled from anywhere...
I think that's actually the cooler text. Just give him this card cannot be exiled. I don't know how the rules don't parse that correctly.
Right.
But
and, well, can't beats can, so... Like indestructibility, for instance,
yeah,
anything that would try to exile him simply wouldn't.
Because also, if you try to exile him as a cost, you failed to, so you did not pay the cost.
Right.
Also, that makes it so, like, say Path to Exile happens, he just, like, fails to get exiled by it. And...
Right. You can still target him with a baby fail to get exiled. Yeah, it just would not change zones. Now, does that have any problems?
I think that causes less total problems. It makes it really. It makes it really funny if someone tries to, like, counter him with. Okay, what happens in the rules if I try to suspend one of these with Joyra?
Well, you reveal him and do not suspend him. No time counters get placed on him.
How about with the version you have that puts him in the graveyard?
He would be put in the graveyard when you try to suspend him, and he would get no time counters and not gain suspend.
I just want to see him hiding in the graveyard with suspend and 3 time counters. I got this.
I'm gonna cast him from my grave. No, but suspend specifically says cast from exile.
Or, like, if someone tries to delay him. Yeah, I think I like him better as just can't be exiled.
Yeah, okay, I'll ship him with that.
That's
Then he'll be sort of this curiosity,
right.
like
Another
little
card that.
little flying man who can't be exiled from anywhere.
Yep.
I have to put from anywhere there because if he just had the text so and so can't be exiled, it would only be on while
In
he was
play.
on the battlefield, which is really tragic for what I'm trying to make him do.
Right, you want him to be like this. Somebody goes ahead and tries to play cranial extraction and just. Mm-mm.
Yeah. Oh, he'll have plenty of interactions in this set.
Yeah.
That'll be fine.
There are already a number of effects in the set that have exile. If my memory serves on effects in this set. And there'll be more.
Dryad Militant only cares about instants and sorceries. And as far as replacement effects go, since different effects are trying to replace the same event,
Yep.
then
One
it
is
just
chosen.
resolves that, and
Yeah.
it has one thing to look at, not like a loop of it.
I mean, I'm trying to think of a more easy to parse idea. I guess if there's like multiple prevention effects, you choose one. Like, say you have two effects that say prevent 3 damage and prevent 3 damage. They don't both get consumed on the first 3 damage that happens. One of them is chosen to be applied first, and then the second one applies to the next 3 damage.
Well, most of those say prevent the next 3 damage.
Right, but if you have two effects like that, they will prevent 6 because 3 of them never happen.
Oh, right, 6 from a single source.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I mean, they
Yes,
basically
I know.
both apply because they can both apply.
Yes.
They're not contradictory. Good night, Medibot.
Night, Medibot.
Night. But yeah, well, I'll tell you what. The whole skeleton imp can't be exiled thing, I think, belongs to another card. I'll go put another card in as this thing can't be exiled, and make it a bigger, more interesting thing at a higher rarity. And this little uncommon, we'll figure out some other way to make him a nuisance. We will figure out another way.
Just start throwing Wither in your set.
Nah, I think the set has enough mechanics.
I agree. Buyback already, like, having
Yeah,
buyback...
I put in Buyback and Storm, and that's all I'm borrowing.
Yep.
Well, I'm also reprinting a couple things because they make sense.
Grape shot.
And I've tentatively devised a mechanic that makes auras not suck. I have a couple of versions of it kicking around in my head.
I don't think
and I'm
I've taken
trying
a
to
look at
figure out which
that.
one makes the most sense.
Like, I'm trying to... There have been a lot of attempts at that over the days.
Right. I mean, they had totem armor, and they just
Rancor.
in Ravnica they're just like, fine, have auras that freaking make creatures and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But the version that I have kicking around is an ability that goes on auras that, if they would be countered for having no legal target, you can just attach them to something else. And it's a keyword on the aura that lets you do that.
Yeah, like, alternately, you could have it, like, you get to pick up the aura when that happens, or... Like, I've seen...
Yeah. Like either you attach it to something else, or it just returns to your hand.
I've also, like, you can also go, like, the living weapon route, but that it requires all of them to give, like, a toughness boost to actually work. Like they make a token of sorts if they have no target.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have not got to play much with this deck.
Well, we got to crack in with the Blood Baron a couple times.
We did. I'm happy with the Blood Baron.
He's not the bomb you make him out to be, but he's solid.
I
He'll
like
actually be better as we go on because our first opponent had like none of the colors he has protection against.
Most of my experience with that guy has been in Constructed, and in Constructed he's actually closer to the bomb I think him to be.
What, in like in block?
In block he is. In block he's unanswerable to, like, with the exception of Byzantium mortars. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, all of the creature decks, like, just are like, oh, this guy's in the way now. And in a control mirror, he's immune to any sort of O-ring effect, like Dreadbore, like a ton of removal.
Yeah.
I mean, here he's literally just like a lifelinker with some good protections, and he's not like Angelic Skirmisher. Angelic Skirmisher is the bomb we want. You know, like that's the one that just ends the game when it comes down or pulls the game out.
Okay, hold on. I have to answer a question. I have to learn what Forbidden Crypt is.
Forbidden Crypt?
Alright. If you would draw a card, turn a card from your graveyard to your hand. If you can't, you lose the game. If a card would be put into your graveyard from anywhere, exile that card instead. Okay, well now you simply have two replacement effects that are trying to replace the same action. And if you control both of them, then you pick. Also, can't beats can. So if a thing says it can't be exiled, then it just plain can't.
Yep.
And that's that. If we're running the version of the imp that instead
has the
says
replacement,
if it would be exiled, put it into your graveyard instead, then you who controls both of those effects has the choice of which order they apply in, basically. But it doesn't make more things happen.
Right.
Is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, it doesn't...
None of the resolution of these events makes more events, and that's kind of the important part. The only actual, honest-to-God humdinger that I have ever seen in Magic that I, to this day, do not know how to resolve is if you have a Gravebane zombie and a Darksteel Colossus who are both dying to the same, like, mutilate for 11 or whatever.
What? So Gravebane Zombie is...
If it dies, then you put it on the top.
And
and
Darksteel shuffles, right?
I think that Gravebane Zombie. The specific wording is kind of important. Right, because it is a replacement effect, and it says if it would die, put it on top of its owner's library instead. Okay, so you have two effects that don't really see each other, but they are affecting the same target.
Yeah,
really,
I'm
like
certain,
target exactly, but they're both affecting your library.
I'm certain
in the case
the
where
actual...
the Gravebane zombie wins in that sense, then you know that he's on top. And if the Darksteel Colossus wins, then you have a randomized library. But
I think the winner is, if you control both of them, you would choose which is applied first. Like, that would have to be, because you can't...
Yeah, that's just the only way to resolve it at all.
Right. Like, you just can't have it be, like, they both happen simultaneously, because that's not possible. You know, while the stack doesn't apply, it, like, the idea of the stack does.
Yeah, they cook it. It's just really rare that simultaneous contradictory replacement effects come up, so there's, like, less formality about that.
Right. Oh, man. Oh, I need to mess around with Battle of Zoo for F&M this week.
Still gonna run that?
Look, it's still in cases, and that takes time to uncase.
I don't want to have to unsleeve my deck. I'm just gonna run it.
I'm just gonna run it again. Like, I would have to, like, unsleeve it and then, like, re-sleeve the cube that I pulled.
Oh my god! Okay. President Ark has found the busted thing. If you have Immortal Coil.
Oh, no! Immortal Coil! That's good. I like that one.
You can't be killed unless they destroy Immortal
Yeah, I was
Coil.
gonna say, or if they kill the... That's funny. Okay. So yeah, Battle of Zoo is a deck I have for standard. It is a Battle of Wits deck that, rather than being like a traditional Battle of Wits deck where you play a control game and you have tutors and you have some sort of like usually at least you have tutors in a traditional Battle of Wits deck. This one eschews that and just plays beatdown. It plays 4 Battle of Wits, about 130 creatures, and some burn spells. And then sometimes it draws Battle of Wits and wins. I took this to game day a couple weeks back. Ended up making second place with it. Had a had some. Let's see. I played against like Naya aggro. Won once against it. Lost. Actually lost. Yeah, won once. Lost twice against Naya aggro. Played against an Esper control player who I defeated him by confusion. I somehow talked him into syncopating his own Supreme Verdict.
What?
I had
Good lord.
I controlled a Wolfear Avenger, which was a 3/3 with flash, and that has regenerate for green 1.
Right.
And it had a Armadillo Cloak on it, Unflinching Courage.
Okay.
I had 4 mana up, and I had it held back as a blocker at the moment. My opponent swang in with his... he swang in with a Thragtusk. I block and regenerate, and he's like, okay, now that you've used your regenerate, I'll go ahead and Supreme Verdict. And he still controls like 2 or 3 other creatures, so I just go, okay, I'll regenerate again. And he's like, I'll syncopate my Supreme Verdict for 0. It's uncounterable.
It can't be countered.
Yeah, it still runs all the gates. It doesn't ever win through the gates. It never has. It does win through beating people down on turn 4 a lot.
Yes! 4-drops are awesome!
Yeah, like you play, like, either like you curve out on creatures, or you play a Loxodon Smiter and arm it and swing for 10. It's a lot of fun, and it plays very differently every game.
President Arc. Changelings only accord creatures every creature type.
Yep.
Gates are land types. So
land types would be like Gate or Locust, or I think next like Ink Moths have. No, do Ink Moths have a land type? Or do they have a creature type? Blink Moth Nexus.
No, they get a creature type.
Okay. Urza lands have their own subtype
yeah,
as well.
Urza's is a land type. So there's what? Yeah, Urza's, Locust, Gate, and then basic land types.
Yeah, and there might be 1 or 2 others. So
Geez, I'm trying to think of any.
I'm certain there are a couple others. I just can't recall. Like,
oh wait, no.
There's Locust for
what were those things? Treva's thing.
Ruins.
Because they all had
They all Lair.
Lair. Right, Lair is a land type.
Lair. Land types.
So...
we get to play Magic.
At last. Let's play first. Let's go. In the zone.
We're in the zone.
I've forgotten how to play our deck. Let's keep this.
Sure. I've also forgotten how to play
We have
this
a
deck.
bomber core.
Yeah, we're fine, I think.
Like a swamp gets us 2 other cards. Yeah, this is fine.
Yeah, we have Squire. Squire's on our side. We're okay.
Our red squire. Oh man, you look so sad. It's okay, buddy. We'll get you. We'll draw swamp, and then we'll play the Shambler, and then we'll play Riot Piker, or not Riot Piker, Battle Jester,
Battle Jester, Spike Jester.
Spike Jester.
Ooh,
I have to remember that
how about
his name is like
we
a
could lead with the fencing
Oh.
ace.
lead with the fencing ace. That's more total damage,
Yeah.
probably. Yeah,
Yes.
oh my god.
I think
Spike Jester now?
I think
Just
Bomber Core now, and then Spike Jester third, because then we have Bomber Core online with Battalion.
Yeah, fair enough. Makes fencing ace harder to block.
Right, and like maybe he just plays a 3 tough or 1 toughness creature. What the hell is going on here?
I have no idea. Well, he played a 3 toughness creature.
I think I can just swing Spike Jester. Because if I swing Bomber Core and Fencing Ace, it's just not enough.
Yeah, that's a way to lose your bomber core, basically.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and just throw a Spike Jester at him.
Oh man, we can also throw Sewer Shambler at him.
Sewer Shambler gets through because of this swamp. Uh-oh. Okay. Here's a creature with 1 toughness.
Ah. Okay, well,
And he's milled our Riot Piker.
well, shame on him.
Oh man, more creatures with 1 toughness. I love you, guy.
I'm pretty sure you only get to kill one of them. I see a future where he blocks your bomber core with
With the Sage's
Sage's Rodenizen there.
Yeah. I guess I kill off the Dagger Drome Imp. Because this Woodlock Crawler doesn't matter. Pro Green Forest Walk.
Yeah, fair enough. And he would only have the imp in there if he meant to suit it up with something. Although I guess you're also possibly just losing fencing ace, and that feels bad, but yeah, whatever.
It's still a 1-for-1. Also, the Sewer Shambler is like our... I think that's our lot to victory. Also, he might just like not block on things. Okay. Like, Fencing Ace is still in play.
Interesting.
Cool.
He probably figured that he could get that one later.
Right. Well, if we play a pump effect, he's gonna...
I also like that Bomber Core no longer has any more work to do.
Yeah, and it's gone. It's done its job.
Like, you know what, Squire? We salute you. You did just what we needed.
Alright. Hopefully we can get down the... Oh, good freaking God.
Ah!
Oh, good freaking God!
Hopefully we can get a planes. Oh, Riot Piker isn't gonna do it. Oh my God.
Alright, Sewer Shambler, get in. Alright, spam guys.
Oh my God. Freaking consuming aberration. Like, even if we detain him every turn, it
Blood
might still
Baron.
kill us.
We gotta get Blood Baron. Oh, good lord. It's here. It's happening. What on earth does he have next? Okay, Gatekeepers, that doesn't do anything.
In all likelihood, we're getting milled,
On-
frankly.
Yeah. This ends the game very quickly through mill.
Like every one of his spells gets the little like mill effect on it.